I'm Kenneth, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist. Every relationship is different, and every breakup is different. Work with me, and you'll get professional help on your situation. Just click on the link in the description below, or go to my website, askcraig.net. Hi there, I'm Coach Kenneth, and in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about why women sometimes leave you. So there are a lot of reasons why people break up, and it's incredibly confusing to figure out what happened and why you're going through this breakup. Because when you're emotionally invested in a relationship, it can be very confusing to figure out accurately what's going on, because you're in like this fog-light state of anxiety and just terror and fear where you just cannot even think clearly, right? And I know, because I've been in that situation, and it is just the worst, because sometimes you'll probably think the same thoughts over and over again and you don't even realize it, and you're just kind of like basically like wandering through a fog, like trying not to bump into anything, and you just don't know what's going on. So I was thinking about this and why it's so confusing to figure out what happened, and how that anxiety just causes you to be in this state of almost helplessness, right? And you just become obsessed with reunifying with your ex. And it will cause you to literally distort reality. And we do this, I think, because it's like our brain trying to feel like we have reunified or reconnected with them again. Okay? So, I think our mind is so terrified of death and that fear of death that I talk about, that it literally causes you to distort reality to try and feel connected to them again. And I think that the higher your anxiety level is, the more likely you are distorting reality. And you know what the crazy thing is you're not even aware that you're doing it. All you guys that I talk to that are going through this and you're distorting reality, nobody sits there and says, yeah, I knew I was distorting reality. They're always like, oh, wow. And it's a real wake-up call. And sometimes when you're going through that wake-up call, it can be really scary, because then you may feel even more helpless. And I know what that's like, guys. So when you feel like that, please reach out to me. That's what I'm here for. I know what you're going through. I've been through it. I'm helping people every day get through these situations. Really, don't hesitate. Go to the website. That's why I love my career. I absolutely love doing this, Skyping with you guys around the world every day. And I don't want you to go through this alone. There is extra help for you guys, okay? Because I know how important it is to feel like just to reconnect and at least have that one opportunity again. I know how important that is to you, because you literally feel like you would give up everything else in your life just for another shot at that. And I know what that's like, because I've been there. And, you know, years ago, I didn't understand how to figure this out. I mean, it was so complex and confusing. But now, I got to a point where I know exactly how to handle the steps. I know what to look for. I know how to put you on a path to give you a plan that's going to give you the best chances of reattracting them, as opposed to stumbling and bumbling and making a lot of mistakes along the way. And believe me, part of the issue is that there's terrible information out there online, and let's face it, your friends and family, they're going to give you bad advice. And I know, because I've been there, and it's always conflicting. One person tells you one thing, one person tells you the other. and you don't know what to do, so you kind of do a mishmash, or it's not easy. It's not easy to go through this, believe me. So, but the reality distortion, and this is, I think, is really important. If you think about it, isn't it kind of a reality distortion to repeatedly call or text them when they're not replying to you? Are you kind of ignoring the fact that they don't want to talk to you at that time? Stalking them? Stalking their social media, right? Isn't that, in a way, small ways we distort things to make you feel closer to them and in more control of the situation? Oh, if I look and see that she's on Facebook 20 minutes ago, I know she can't be on a date tonight. Or she's been on Facebook 8 times in the past 2 hours, she can't possibly be on a date, right? And it's like giving you some tiny shred of control, but you're kind of distorting things, because she could technically be on a date. But, you know, you're stalking them, you're maybe going past their house, which I would not advise doing. I know how tempting a lot of you guys get, and how desperate you get, where you feel like you want to stalk their job or their house. I would not recommend that, but I understand how crazy you feel at times, because it really makes you feel like you are going crazy, and crazy to reconnect. So think about it. If you're doing all those other things, think about how you're distorting things and not seeing things clearly. It's incredibly painful. Incredibly painful. And, you know, I got off a little bit on a tangent there, but it was something I was thinking about, and I thought I would share it in tonight's video. Because, you know, you're just obsessed with figuring out, why did they leave me? Why did he leave me? Why did she leave me? I thought we had something special. For me, they were just this amazing person. How could they walk away? I know, oh, that one consumed me. I have an email today that I looked at that, and I think you're going to find this email helpful. It's from a guy that's in his late 40s, dating a woman a little bit older than him, and they were together for about 2 years. I asked him about her family life, and he said that they're not very close with her family. She's not very close with her family. As a matter of fact, he said she hates her mom. That is not a good sign. Okay? Think about what it would take for you to go through in your life to hate your mother. The person that raised you, birthed you, took care of you your whole life, and you hate them? Major red flag for me. Right? Think about that. And as I've told you guys before, if you have trouble attaching to your caregiver, attaching to mom, you're going to have a really difficult time attaching to anybody else. So he said, she broke up with me. She said she didn't love me anymore. Never argued or fought at all. Well, that certainly would be confusing, wouldn't it? For a woman to, or if any relationship really, that you don't argue or fight, and it's like, wait, usually a lot of people break up when they fight. Yeah, so there's no arguing and fighting. What's going on here? Why would you leave me? Well, part of this situation may be that she just doesn't know how to attach to anybody. Because if she hates her mom, she probably doesn't trust anyone. Mom sounds like she maybe got some kind of personality disorder, or alcoholic or something like that. She said, because I haven't gotten divorced yet. My wife left over 2 years ago, and I don't ever hear from her. He says that not getting divorced and not supporting her more as far as moving our relationship forward. Well, that is a big problem. And I think what was going on here is that she felt like you didn't really care about her, right? She's thinking in her mind, well, we're supposed to get maybe not married, but we're supposed to get engaged, or she wants to get engaged, she wants to move the relationship forward, and you haven't officially, legally ended your prior relationship with your wife, and so she probably felt like, obviously, you don't care about me enough to marry me, so maybe you're not really, maybe you really don't love me. I bet that's how she was feeling, because you hadn't, and I understand your side of it too, because you haven't heard from your wife in a long time, and you're probably like, well, whatever, who needs to do the divorce, it's expensive or whatever. But the old joke popped into my head. Why do people, or why is divorce so expensive? Because it's worth it. You've heard that one a million times, right? What happened is he moved out of the house in February, and she asked him to stay until the end of March. She needed help with their pets and as well as financial help. And she was upset when he left. So that's a tough situation too, because now she's struggling, and she's already feeling like and if you leave without helping in some way, it's going to make her feel like, well, I knew it, you're not there for me. Alright, he says, I wanted to do no contact. She would text me, and if I didn't reply, she would call and see if I was okay. I would wind up talking to her and pushing her to come back. Of course, she would get mad and pull away further. Yep, no surprise there. So I would leave her alone until she would contact me again. She would say she misses me and thinks about me all the time, but doesn't love me anymore. How that would be terrible to hear. I am sorry. I can't even imagine how bad that would hurt. I miss you. I think about you all the time, and you're like, oh, please, please. And then she's like, but I don't love you anymore. Oh, that's awful. Probably makes you feel like, oh man, maybe I really do have hope. And then she says, but I don't love you anymore. And then it's just like, oh, no. Alright. He said, I wound up helping her financially. She can't afford her bills. The cable and internet are still in my name. I helped her with the mortgage and helped her to get a new phone. Well, I think that was great. And it's not like she cheated on you and left you for another guy. But, you know that this girl needs a little extra help, and you do care about her. And actually, that's what you said next. I care about her, and I worry about her. I really want it to work out. I don't know what she wants, or even if she knows what she wants. I guess my question is, should I keep helping her or cut her off until she figures it out? Well, you said the cable and the internet are in your name. So I would definitely take care of those responsibilities, as you are responsible for them. I would tell her that you will pay them for like 1 more month, and then after that, you're going to have to disconnect the services, because you're going to have your own monthly expenses if you're moving out. And that gives her some time, and it's not going to make her feel like you don't care about her, because you're still offering some help, but at the same time she needs to know, yeah, you do have your own expenses and bills that you're going to have to take care of now. Like I said, I think the problem is that she felt like you didn't really care about her, and she thought you didn't love her enough to get divorced from your wife so you could proceed to the next level with her, and it really probably hurt her. So I think she took it personal. And, I agree that you should stop reaching out to her. Just, the next time you talk to her, I'm sure she'll reach out. Just say, look, I understand you're having a hard time financially. Let me give you a little money for the bills that, are in my name, and then I'll have to cut it off after that because I got my own expenses. And then say, how much do I owe you? Ask her, and then I would give her a little bit extra on top of that, just because you do care about her. And I don't know what your financial situation is, but, give her a little something extra. She'll appreciate it. And when she's sitting there thinking about whether you do or don't care about her, that's going to come in her mind, and she'll start to think, you know what, maybe he really does. And maybe she will want to talk it out, and then you take it from there. So, if you want to get my help personally, go to my website, askcraig.net, sign up for the coaching option that works best for you. I do email coaching, I do Skype coaching, and like I said, I have emergency coaching now, that if you need to get with me ASAP, like within 24 hours or less, and believe me, I do my very best to get you in. It's like a VIP service. That service is now available because I understand that sometimes you guys are in a real situation that you need to get a hold of me right away and you don't want to wait. If you liked the video, put a like on there and be sure to subscribe to the channel because I do post videos Monday through Friday. But that's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth and I will talk with you soon.